So. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Small Business Social, the podcast where we celebrate makers, dreamers, and doers building big things in their communities. I'm Kara Varikis.
And I'm Steve Seymour.
And we're here to shine a light on small business owners and experts who inspire us all. This episode is brought to you by Seymour Media, helping small businesses thrive with commercial photography and video, and the Bristol Bazaar, your go-to spot for the perfect gift. And so today we are here with Cameron and Ryan of Wendt Wicks Candle Co. Hi, guys.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How's it going?
Good.
Great. Thank you for having us.
Yes, You're very welcome. Very welcome. So everybody who's listening or watching, these guys are truly living the dream of a small business right now in the midst of the holiday season. And we could dive into more of probably why we're all laughing later. But definitely introduce yourselves. Tell everybody a little bit about yourselves. I know I see you guys all the time, but for our listeners and viewers.
Yes, I'm Cameron. This is my husband, Ryan. We met in 2019, right before the pandemic hit.
Mm-hmm.
And we started our business in 2022. We were looking into making candles for our wedding favors. And we were shopping around and realizing that candles on the market don't have the best ingredients, and they aren't. What's the word I'm looking for?
Up to your par?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The quality. The quality.
The quality.
Quality's
You
not
can do
great.
so much better.
Yeah, so that's pretty much how it happened. Is we stumbled upon it and we fell in love with it, and now we've created
What we have today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing what you guys have done. I mean, I've only known you for just a little while on your journey, and just seeing what you guys have produced in the last year or year and a half really has wowed me. And I'm really glad you guys brought some things to show everybody who is watching. So if you're listening, flip over to Facebook or YouTube or wherever so you can see the actual products from these guys. They're truly beautiful. They smell amazing. I burn many of them. I have a thing for maple
Is that why
pancakes.
half their inventory is missing?
Maybe. But yeah, like I was saying before, we are in the thick of the holiday rush. So I feel like we should talk about that. Like, how are you guys feeling? What are you going through on your day to day? Because you guys do work full-time jobs, and you know, you're not doing this full time, even though it probably feels like you are doing double time right now.
Yeah.
So tell me, how are all you guys feeling?
Yeah. So it's a lot of candle making. Right now we're making stuff probably 3 or 4 times a week. And obviously dropping stuff off at your store. Probably about the same. Some days we're double dipping, some days we take some days off. But yeah, it's just planning and balancing everything out best we can with all that. So
yeah, I think that's super impressive, because I can't imagine with the holiday season what you guys are feeling. I mean, Eric does only because he's also creating in the shop to try to keep up with demand. Are you guys finding that you have any, I don't want to say rituals, but like anything that's like really helping kind of bring some calm to you guys to help you keep yourselves together?
We've implemented weekly date night. We have to meet one day a week to have a date, whether that's at home. We started Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Or
So
Wasn't expecting that one.
there's a lot of walking in the first movie.
yeah. Or we went out to dinner recently. Anything to kind of connect together. 'Cause our marriage
break it
is-
up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
our marriage is most important, obviously. So.
sure.
Is that easy? You guys working together?
Yeah. We
As of now,
like no.
When did you guys start, anyways?
2022.
2022. Well,
Yeah. Yeah. So we started 2022. So we've learned some lessons along the way. Some things have gotten easier. But it's just communication, as with any other team. Basically, just making sure that you're communicating, and I'm finding her strengths, she's finding my strengths, and we're kind of working towards that. So we were not butting heads on the stuff that we both don't like doing, and we're just each taking separate tasks. So.
oh, good idea.
I think that's awesome. I think the date night is huge. I don't know the last time Eric and I really had an official date night. We're going out to dinner
Those were the
tomorrow with some
days.
friends.
That's exciting.
What, are you going to Hamblers?
We did that last week. But I think that's so important as someone who also works with their partner and husband. So I think that's really cool that you guys are able to do that. When you guys are out on your date nights, do you find yourself talking about the business, or do you try to draw a hard line to not do it?
Yes to both. So we definitely find it happening, but one of us eventually will just be like, hey, maybe let's talk about something else, like the dogs. Like we'll just start talking about the dogs for a little bit or whatever. But
Well, it's like shower thoughts where you just randomly are like, we need to get this out right now or I'm never going to think of it ever again.
Yeah.
So it just spirals. And then we're there talking at the dinner table and we're like, oh, we need to stop.
It's a slippery slope, I feel like, as an entrepreneur, because that's what your mind is on. It's your growth. It's what you guys are doing or what ideas you guys might have. We do that all the time where we'll be in the car and Eric's like, wait, I have this idea. I'm like, wait, I'm driving. Like, I can't write this down. I'm like, write it down and text it to me. And so our texts are probably pictures of the store, our animals, or ideas for businesses. I think that's really the extent of how we text.
What a love life.
we're about the same. It's probably like 80% pictures of the dogs and then 20% like random work thoughts. So
Pretty funny.
That's awesome.
So how'd you guys perfect your craft there?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to make it so you're comfortable enough to start selling your candles?
So it was actually pretty early on. So we started making them for wedding favors back in 2022, but we first started selling them at the end of 2022, right? Does that sound right? Yeah. So yeah, it took us 6 months or so to get something that we were pretty happy with. And then obviously we just kind of kept on growing and making sense work. And one of the biggest things that we've done is we try to make our collection. So like our winter collection, like it all makes sense. So we don't have, like 3 really piney scents and then one just totally random, like sweet scent. Like we try to make sure that you can pick up any 2 and they smell pretty good together.
Okay.
Cool.
And actually, that's the first rendition of our label ever.
Let me
Really?
smell it.
We never changed the label since we started.
Who came up with
We
the
nailed it.
branding?
I did the logo. He kind of came up with
that's-
the black.
The cherry bourbon,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's our bestseller.
I was just
Yep.
took the words right out of my mouth. Man.
Sorry.
You got a sale right now. I'm not joking. It smells
Yeah.
pretty
We need
good.
smell-o-vision pronto.
Yeah.
Cherry bourbon, grenadine. How do you get that kind of stuff in there? Is it like real bourbon?
No, we do not use real bourbon. No, it's fragrance
I'm
oils.
stupid when it comes
No,
to
you're good.
things.
So it's fragrance oils. So thank you. So yeah, it's just mixing the fragrance oils in with the wax. And just doing stuff at the right temperature. If you mix it too warm or too cold, it doesn't get the same performance out of it. And then just kind of letting it cure for about a week or so is what we normally do.
You
Yeah,
guys
it's a
use
good
soy?
process. Yes, yeah,
Soy
100% natural soy wax. We are phthalate-free. We use lead-free wicks, and we have never used any dye in any of our products either.
Nice.
Because we want everything to be nice, clean burn, and still smell good.
I like that packaging.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. Looks rich.
And I'd say while we're talking about it, you guys have a nice pile of your things over there. If you want to talk through some of the different products that you guys offer,
Sure.
And then kind of land on like how people can shop, whether it's in person, online, anything you guys have coming up.
Yeah, sounds good. So obviously we have our candle here. So this is a 7-ounce 7-ounce soy candle. We also have wax melts, and the candles are the only things.
Show off that camera a little bit. Yeah,
Over there?
you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
You want to hold it?
that'd be
And then
better.
I can talk. You can be my Vanna White.
Yeah, perfect.
Are we talking about the wax melt still?
Yeah. So yes. So we have the wax melts as well. So those are going to go into a wax melter. So they're really good for like dorms or if you live in an apartment building where flames aren't allowed or stuff like that. We recently just started these mystery boxes. So within those mystery boxes, and they've been doing awesome. There is one candle, one of our room sprays.
Ooh.
And then we have a bar of soap from Little Blue Coop, which is a fantastic other small business at the bazaar. They've been lovely to work with, and their soap is wonderful, and it smells delicious.
Yep. I just got the new gingerbread whip soap from them, so I probably smell like a cookie
Yes.
right now.
We had our eyes on that when we were there the other day. Then we also launched this year the room sprays. So those are room and linen sprays.
I like those.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like
yes. So you can put them on furniture, fabric. Obviously, don't use them as perfume
Your
or anything,
dog.
but
Yeah.
wouldn't recommend that. But but yeah,
You
those-
haven't seen my dog.
it is a water-based formula, so it's all going to be nice and clean as well. And then one of the most recent things that we've done a lot of new things this year, as you know, Care.
Yes.
But we have these candle tins. So we had a family member actually reach out about doing something like the white tint, for an event. So we did that with a custom logo on it, and then at the bazaar we have nice little custom gifted, stocking stuffer type stuff. that we're definitely going to look into as well.
So you have those for events. Now, how do you get that process starting? Do you have that like on your website and say, hey, I have an event coming up, and how much time do you need? And do they give you their own logo or whatever to put on there? Or?
Yeah, so we're still working on a bit of specifics with that. It definitely will wind up on the website. Just got a little bit busier quicker than we were thinking, but
Right.
but such is life. So yeah, we're gonna have it on our website for right now. If somebody's interested, they can reach out to us on social media at Wendt Wicks Candle Co on Facebook or Instagram, or they can send us an email, which is just wentwicks@gmail.com. Give us all the information, and then we'll design a logo. But if it's something like a wedding or like a bridal shower or something like that, we'd ask wedding colors, what they're looking for, dates, all that kind of stuff. And then we make a label in Canva and send it off to them.
So
to
you
get
put,
approval.
you make up a swatch and
Yep.
say, okay, that's a great idea.
Yeah, so everything will be customized with names and dates and stuff.
Have you done a lot of events?
We've done a couple. We've done probably
Or is it
3
just
or 4 over
starting
the
up
years.
to get,
Yeah, it's really just starting up. So we've done a couple for some friends, probably 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then kind of put it on hiatus. But yeah, we're looking to get back into it. Just for again, weddings.
No,
and
that's
birthday
a
parties and
great
stuff. So,
idea.
Yep.
You just, it's presenting them how to get them to know that you guys sell that kind of stuff. Because I would have bought that when I got married.
Yeah.
How much do one of those mystery boxes go for?
Sorry, didn't answer that. So the mystery boxes are $35. So we would normally sell our candles for $20. Room sprays are $18, and then the soap, I believe they usually charge like $7 for it. So it's good value.
Okay, so now that I know what's in that mystery box, is it still $35? Oh, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, of course.
No, I'm going to buy one. Can I buy that today?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
You'll be very happy with your purchase.
Yes.
I've used all of these products.
You have?
But speaking of like packaging and stuff like that, with you guys particularly, I know we've worked together for I feel like the last many months.
Yes.
But the way you guys care and take care of your products in terms of marketing and getting things out there, could you talk a little bit about the process in terms of, I know you've talked about your branding and how you guys really came to with that, but moving forward, you guys do photo shoots, you make sure everything is in line. Can you talk about what that's like for you guys, like what that process is and why you feel it's important for people?
You want it? I can go. Yeah, no, so obviously branding is, and we went to your marketing course as well, but branding is a super important thing. Helps people know, what's going on with businesses and stuff. But yeah, it's just about having cohesion. Like we have the black label on both of these with our logo up top. And then we did the wax melts a little bit different just to help them stand out a little bit. But one of the things that we were going for when we first kind of set up our brand was everybody has this type of jar, but it's mostly clear glass with
clear.
a white label on it. So we're
Right.
like, how can we make it different? How can we make it stand out and make it a piece of furniture in somebody's house versus
I think that looks more rich. Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely does.
versus just like I'm going to buy a candle and just put it wherever.
Right.
Right.
How can we fit it into the design process of what they want to do at home?
No, I like that. It's nice. Looks leathery. Looks rich. Classic.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. So, yeah, that's crazy. So, what else? What do you guys do for work? Is this your full time thing or?
Nope. So we're doing this part time at the moment. Well, part time, full time. The last month or so. But I am an assistant manager at a retail store, and then she does document control. So we both work full time. So it's just a matter of figuring out,
Yeah,
when
that's
we're going to
tough.
do stuff. So sometimes, like last night, we were making candles until 9:00 at night.
So
and
is you
just is
you
what it
just
is.
saw in your kitchen?
Yeah.
So it's a mess.
Yes.
I can imagine.
But it smells nice.
Putting
in
it
there, so-
nicely.
Yeah, I know
gosh, I
exactly
can
right. How much?
imagine.
I mean, you guys experiment a lot, or I mean, is this a constant thing, or like how do you guys switch up your fragrances? Like you say, okay, these are non-sellers. Let's get rid of them. Let's come up with some new stuff. And how often does that happen?
It's slowed down a lot recently. We have a pretty solid line, and we know every year customers are like, I want this one again. This one needs to come back. So we're pretty solid. I think we change maybe one every season at this point. So
Yeah.
we maybe test like 4 or 5 different ones, and then that's pretty much it. It's pretty solid at this point.
Oh, that's cool. So what has Carolyn taught you as far as marketing?
Oh, no.
As far as marketing has gone.
So something that we're not doing well is the importance of social media.
This is supposed to be a learning podcast.
Yeah. But no, so it's been a lot. It's been really helpful. So we
Yeah.
we have a lot of pages of notes from all of our meetings with Care, and we implement as much as we can. Just
With the
consistency.
time that you
and-
have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But one of the most important things that we found, and that we kind of landed on it a little before we started talking with Care, was just the importance of like brand cohesion and colors on Instagram, and you can see if you scroll through far enough, don't scroll down too far.
It gets worse
you
and
can
worse.
see the
like
point where
my-
it's like, hey, we found our colors and everything
Yeah.
looks good,
Yeah.
and it's a lot more cohesive versus like here's just a bunch of pictures and everything's just kind of all over the place.
I think
So,
we all started like that,
Yeah.
actually. Yep.
Well, that's what I was saying before. I feel like where you guys have landed now with your product images and stuff like that are so on point and they're so consistent and they're so beautifully done that if anybody who is listening or watching, definitely go and check out whether it's your guys' Facebook, your Instagram, your website, whatever it is, because it all looks cohesive and it's all beautiful. And you can tell how much effort and time you guys put into it every season. And that is hard to come by. I remember starting to do that with Dusty Dude with Eric, and I was sitting on the basement floor of my in-laws' old house and just trying to understand on this little like Chromebook laptop that we got. It was really bad. Like trying to get it to work, and I just couldn't. I was like, how do I make wood interesting? You know what I mean? It's like there's so many other woodworkers, and we were so new, and I didn't really know what I was
That's my
doing.
next question, but go ahead.
Oh.
No, go ahead. No, keep rolling with it. You're giving me more questions. Go ahead.
But then there was a point where I was like, oh, this is, but it took us, like 3 or 4 years to like figure it out. So I give you guys many, many accolades because it is truly beautiful, the branding that you guys have built. So hopefully all of our listeners will go and check that out, either see it in place or online.
So what's going to take you to take the leap and go full time into this?
that's the scary part.
It is the scary part.
We haven't talked any specifics on anything like that.
We joke about it
Is there a
lot.
threshold where you're like, okay, we're selling X amount, let's go for it?
Nothing that we've talked about yet. I'm sure there would be a number. I don't know what that would be, but it's nothing that we've talked about specifically. I think if and when the time happens, we'll know, and we'll make the decision based off of that.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like we need to sell 200 candles. I mean,
Right.
in a
It'd be
month or
nice,
something like
but
it would
yeah.
be really nice, yeah. But
Yeah.
but I think it's just going to be based on what we're able to do and everything as well. So
Consistency also, yeah, that's crazy.
And healthcare.
Yeah,
Also
well, that's
that.
the big
Yes.
thing
Also
too, and me
that.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on
Yes.
my wife's healthcare, even though I own multiple
good for
businesses.
you.
Well, she's
That's
got the greatest healthcare ever. So
Yeah.
she was a teacher. So I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's pretty
It's
up
pretty
there.
good,
Yeah, it's pretty
yeah.
good. It's better than what I had. You know what I mean? So Yeah.
So what else? I know we talked about the holiday season. What is something you guys have worked through or a goal you're working towards with your business? Like, is there a challenge that you guys really worked through this past year, or is there something you're working towards more of like a goal? It doesn't have to be number driven or anything, but just anything like that for those that are listening, just so they can kind of understand what you guys are going through.
Yeah. So I would say probably the biggest thing that we're focused on right now is just getting more wholesale customers. So whether that's other businesses, looking to sell our products, or again, events and stuff as well. That's really something that we're leaning in on, just because we want to get our candles in as many hands as possible.
Yeah.
And we think it's a good way to do it, and we think we have a really good product.
have you
So-
tried any bigger companies putting their stuff in their stores or anything like that yet?
Not yet. That sounds scary, but
That's what you got to
yeah,
do.
no, for sure.
I say you guys know Lauren from Seven Continents, and so she's been doing fair, right? So you guys have chatted in terms of like kind of what that looks like, and
Yeah.
do you think that might be a next good step for you guys to kind of get into that world after the holidays?
Probably look into it. But yeah, we're putting most of our stuff on hiatus until
Yeah.
about December 25th, whatever happens then. So, but yeah, so that'll probably be something in the new year that we're focused on, because again, we just keep coming back to the wholesale aspect.
Well,
of things.
the thing is, smelling that, you're sitting on a pile of cash.
yeah,
You just have to get off your butt and get it.
yes,
You know what I mean? But
truly
yeah,
the best kept secret.
yeah, it is.
It is.
I like that. I know I say that a lot with candles and stuff, but that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love that one. That's a
And
good
it
one.
lasts forever.
That's what it seems like. I like those kind that they don't just fizz out halfway through it.
yeah,
right. And get the wick trimmers.
yes.
They taught me all about wick trimming.
The hell's that?
Go ahead, guys. I don't steal your spotlight.
Scissors?
I will go. So obviously the candles have wicks. I don't know if it's really picking up.
Yeah.
So you want to trim it to about quarter inch to half an inch every single time you burn it. And then when you're burning the candles, you want to leave them on for Usually the first burn will be about 3 or 4 hours, basically until you get a nice full melt pool up at the top.
Okay.
And then after that, it usually is a bit closer to 2 hours as it goes down, because it'll stay a little bit
Oh,
warmer.
there's a science to
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
I didn't
you need to
even
take
know there was a
notes. Yep.
science to
The
it.
trim it
Yes.
every
Yes.
time.
Yeah, trim it every time. That'll help a lot with the soot that people tend to see as they light candles.
That black
Yep,
smoke.
all the
Yeah.
black smoke. And it's not just our candles. It'll be any candle that you wind up buying.
Right,
That's going
right.
to be the best way to take care of them and get the most out of your money. So
Wow,
See?
I
Now
like
you
that.
know.
Now all those scents the same because I want to smell. I like.
so we have
That was some good stuff.
So this is Winter Fairy. So we brought this out last year. It's like a strawberry and mint. It doesn't. It was
It's like
one with
soothing. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
because usually it's like woo or like eh. Yeah, I could smell that all day.
Yeah.
Just put that stuff inside of a mask and just walk around with it.
But yeah, this was one when we were looking at scents. We were looking for something fruity for wintertime, and we were like, "There's no way that this blend is going to wind up smelling well." And we lit it, and we were like, "This is the one." And
That's
we
awesome.
wound up going with that. We also have our Northern Lights here.
That's more like a masculine wood fireplace.
Yep. Yep. It's got the yep. Yeah, I like that smell, man.
Thank
Holy
you.
cow. That's some good stuff.
And then we also have, so this is something that we brought out in the summer. So we call it high rise, the wax melt, sorry.
Yeah, we brought it out in the summer and people loved it. So we said, okay, it'll be in our full time
Like
year
year-round.
round.
Ooh, it smells clean. Yeah. Was this in that box?
No, but you can have it, it's fine.
Just
How big
asking.
is that box? Yeah.
I'm paying for it. I just wanted to know if it was in
Need a
there.
super duper box. That'll be the next holiday season.
XL, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we try to stay away from like the single scent notes because like anybody can go to whatever grocery store and buy like a lavender and a vanilla, right? So we try to have something a bit more deep. So this is probably the most like I don't want to call it basic scent because it's still fairly complex, but it's it's very clean. You could burn it wherever and not really have any weird stuff with it. And then we do have the shortbread cookie room spray, which we can probably spray not around all the electrical equipment.
No, I don't care. Go ahead. I need a new equipment anyways. How do you guys get your consistency? Is like everything written down and how many times you like say, what was that one again? You know what I mean? Was there a lot of that going on?
Yeah, there's a bit of that as we're testing stuff. It's about finding the percentages, but it's math based. So once we figure out what it is, we write it down. The percent of fragrance versus wax, and then we wind up just recreating it from there. It's not like cooking where it's kind of like, oh, I'll put a little bit of this in, a little bit of
Well,
this.
that's what I.
It's like
Yeah,
baking.
it's like baking.
I have a candle kit and I used it once because I couldn't remember. I had some good candles, but I just couldn't remember what they were.
Yeah.
So I have all these extra scents and the big
Yeah.
vat and all that stuff, and it's just sitting there collecting dust now. I couldn't keep up with it. I'm like, I made like 4 candles and that was it. I don't know. I don't have the patience, but yeah.
We have several Google sheets full of scents of
that
the ones
many?
that worked, the ones that didn't work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of just like we tried this, we didn't really like it. Maybe there's space for it later, that kind of stuff as well. So, because again, we want our collections to kind of tell a story, and not just be like these 5 candles smell really good. You should buy them all. We want to.
I smell a lot of candles, and yours is right at the top of the list.
Thank you.
Now, I wanted to ask you. Actually, I forgot. I was just going to ask you. Oh yeah, your competition. Like, is it really hard in the candle business? Because there's a lot of people that make candles,
Yes.
but there's only a select few that actually make them well. So, do you guys run into that, or do you get discouraged at times when you see someone selling out crap? That you know what I mean?
So we don't really get discouraged because people are going to buy whatever they want to buy, and we see it as our job to kind of inform them on our stuff. But yeah, so there's definitely a bunch of candles, and that tends to be a hard problem when we're trying to go into like smaller stores and stuff because you're even doing markets, which we don't do too much of anymore because like everybody sells candles, so those usually fill up first. Same with jewelry and all that kind of stuff as well as care. But
Yeah.
but yeah, so it's there's a lot of competition, but it's just how can we differentiate, and that's again where our more complex scents that we do versus
That's what it, that's
the
what
single-
it seems to
the
me
single
too.
notes, yeah.
Yeah, it's just getting it out there to have
Yep.
them smell it. That's pretty impressive in my eyes, anyways. Oh, in my nose, shall I say?
All right. Well, is there anything that you guys feel like you want to share? Anything? Because Because you guys, I know your head's down right now with everything with the holidays, so you don't have anything new really coming until New Year, right? Probably
No Christmas
later.
scents?
Nothing Christmas
Oh.
specific.
No.
Cinnamon bun.
Cinnamon bun. Oh my God.
No, we've thought about doing like
got time.
holiday specific stuff, but we never really could land on a scent far enough in advance to wind
You
up
can
selling
do
it.
it.
We're gonna get
Try
there.
it.
We're
Try
gonna
it.
get there eventually.
Try it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Candy cane. Candy cane.
That'd be very candy caney.
We have tried a candy cane. It was
Didn't
very.
work.
There was a lot of candy cane. Yeah,
See? It would be so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of mint. Yeah.
Isn't that stuff concentrated though? A lot of those scents? But
yeah. It's gonna be pretty.
you don't
it
want
was
to
pretty
do it.
strong.
Just say you don't want to do it. But yeah, holiday scents. Yeah, that's got to be rough because there's so many things you can do
Yeah.
between the plants and the other kind of stuff like that.
And cookies.
Yeah, and that's where like the tins that we're doing, and we actually had the same kind of designs on these tins on wax melts that we did as ornaments at the bazaar. So that's kind of our first step into doing a more seasonal thing. So we're going to see how these wind up doing. They're doing pretty good so far, and then if they do well, then probably next year
I think you
we'll do
guys
more
will
and more.
probably capitalize on that better during the seasons
Yeah.
as they come. I mean, that's just my suggestion being in business. I'm sure you agree
Yeah.
with me.
Oh yeah, we see their stuff fly off the shelves. So
Well, I'm saying if they smell like that, and if you come up with seasonal stuff on top of that, that's going to be a heavy hitter for you guys. Obviously, honestly, I think so.
yeah.
It's going to be a good one. So, do you guys have any like things you can tell our audience that like give them whether guidance or recommendations if they wanted to go into the business, the candle business? I'm not saying local; it could be nationwide. Okay, so I don't think you're giving out secrets or anything. But is there anything that you can tell them to not get discouraged, or any avenue they can take to further their process?
Okay.
Good answer.
No, one of the biggest things that helped us was, starting to make friends within the small business sphere. So we've definitely made a few over the last year that have been really helpful. And, if we have a problem with something, we'll be like, hey, this is what we're running into. Have you seen anything similar? And kind of how can we do
You
that?
have
So,
a lot of positive feedback
Oh, yeah.
from people. So.
yeah, so it's just finding good people to surround yourself with, same as in life, and just kind of working through all that. But yeah, that's been the biggest thing that we've done is just doing that, because we know we make good candles, so we don't really need to be asking people for feedback on candles and stuff. It's just
Right.
it's just trying to find, hey, this is a specific
Getting
problem
them
I'm
to
dealing.
smell it. That's the only
Yes,
thing.
yeah, as a fresh set of eyes, how would you deal with this problem? Do
Right.
you have any suggestions for us, and kind of stepping through it from there? So
Oh.
I think it's really it's a cool thing to hit on in terms of like it's a different way of looking at networking. So like as an entrepreneur, we're going to chambers, we're going to all these different after hours and stuff like that. But with the maker community, it's like zoomed in, right? So it's like everybody's there, everyone's there to help each other. Everyone wants to be that support system for one another, especially during chaotic times, or if you have this red flag that pops up, if it's a customer complaint or something faulty with packaging, like anything like that, to know that you guys can lean in and talk to your circle, I think is tremendous. So I think that's something that we probably haven't hit on too much, is that, you can find your inner circle, whether, it's a specific networking group or a group of makers or, a business partner, whatever that might be, but definitely lean into those types of people when you're having these hard days or these troubles that just kind of pop up and you need fresh eyes.
Yeah, those people are hard to find sometimes too, because they don't want to trust you. You
Right.
know what I mean? Or they're trying to take your ideas. So you got to be a little wary at times. But if you build a relationship, like you said, meeting these people through these groups, that's definitely a positive,
Yeah.
in my eyes, anyways.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So let everyone know where they can find you, follow you, reach out to you with their questions.
Sure. So again, our social medias
You don't
are
talk much, do you?
No, that's why I have him.
So yeah, social medias are going to be Wendt Wicks Candle Co. So that's going to be Facebook and Instagram. And then we are online at wentwicks.com. And then our email address is wentwicks@gmail.com. So if you need to reach out or anything, do so on there.
Phone number?
No
Direct
phone
cell phone number.
I didn't know. Some people, I give out my phone number. I don't know.
No, we do not have a cell phone for the business yet.
Okay. I don't
good.
need, I have multiple businesses, but
Yeah.
it's under one phone. So I don't know who. So I just say this is Steve speaking. That's all I say. I do.
See what happens?
I do. I do that all the time because I don't know what they're calling for. So I said, Steve speaking, you know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, we shut off our Dusty Dude phone. And so now we only take offers or have conversation through email. It's just much easier.
Yep.
But the bazaar does ring through to my phone. And so I can know at any point, whatever it is, whether voicemails or whatever, but I can tell who's calling the store if I'm not there, which is really nice. I don't know. I just like to know if I need to hop onto a call. If they can't get an answer, then I can hop on through my phone, which is really cool. And they don't need my personal cell phone. It just goes straight through.
No, you don't answer your cell phone anyways.
Yes,
But
I do, especially my new one.
yeah, we'll see about that.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for tuning into Small Business Social. A huge thank you to both of you guys for taking the time to come here, be on the show, talk about all the amazing things you guys are making. And special thanks to our sponsors, the Bristol Bazaar and Seymour Media, for supporting us on the show. If you loved today's episode, be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We've got more amazing small business owners and experts coming your way. Until next time, keep supporting small and spreading big ideas.
And bye from these guys.